Hi, and welcome to another episode of Kelly Camps. Not camping this weekend, but I thought I'd take you on a hike with me and my baby girl dog, Bella. Elsa, my baby girl. I'd like to thank you for joining me on my hike today. I think a lot of people would like to hike and just don't know how to find spots. And I think you'd be surprised that there's probably hiking opportunities near you, whether or not you're aware of it. A lot of city areas do have forest preserves. Um, I know Cook County has a large network of forest preserves that you can just go walk. The area I live in has multiple forest preserves that I don't think a lot of people even know about. There's an app called All Trails. It's free, and it's one I use quite a bit. You can go on there and just look for trails near you. You might be surprised to find that there's trails near you. Now, not all trails are like the one I'm currently on, just a dirt trail through the woods. The forest preserve I'm currently at actually has a crushed limestone trail that's wider and a little more walker friendly. The trail I'm currently on is a little hilly, a little rough. I always wear boots and a hat on this trail. The reason I always wear boots and a hat on this trail is that, first of all, there's ticks. I've actually gotten a tick in these exact woods, so I try to make sure I'm fully covered. Uh, and always wear boots because there's a lot of downed sticks and rocks, and I'm not very interested in breaking my ankle. I managed to do that about 2.5 years ago on a local trail. Uh, it was in the fall, it's covered with leaves, and I stepped on something, a walnut, a stick, something. Luckily, I wasn't very far from my car, and I was able to get back to my car, but that led to 6 weeks of being in a boot. So that wasn't very fun. Beautiful day for hiking. It's not hot. It's cloudy, which oftentimes is better. Not as many people out. Doesn't feel like it's going to rain, but I guess I didn't really check the forecast. So here's to hoping it doesn't rain while we're hiking. I've been thinking about lately, why do I like to hike so much? What is it about my past that makes me enjoy the outdoors so much? And I got to thinking about when I was a kid. No, I'm a Gen Xer, and we kind of were feral kids. We'd leave the house in the morning and go do our thing all day, and all the parents in the neighborhood kind of kept an eye on us. And then, we our moms would yell out the door for us to come home for dinner. One time I scared my mom so bad. I was just outside the back door. My mom leans out and goes, "Kelly!" And I was right there. She about had a heart attack. It was actually pretty funny. The town I grew up in, we had quite a bit of woods, and we would play in those woods all the time. We'd build forts, we'd run around, um, we'd, play all kinds of games. We also lived just a couple blocks from a river, and we spent a lot of time playing near in the river, not supposed to, uh, catching crawdads, fishing, wading in the river. So that really, I think, ingrained in me a love for the outdoors. We're very lucky that these trails are so well maintained. I do know that there is someone that comes out and checks them, especially after we've had weather. There's been some tremendous windstorms in the area recently, and I've seen evidence of our local forest preserve being out here and cleaning off the trail. They just do the best job. This is Bella. She's my longtime hiking companion. She absolutely loves this. She really doesn't like to be around people. She's very skittish. When there's people over, she'll hide. If we're out and run into people, she tends to shy away. But this type of walking, this is what she loves. She loves digging through old leaves. We run into deer quite frequently. She's always pretty amazed by those. But that's my Bella Boo. Right, Belle? Bella! Hi! We have another dog named Charlie. He is not quite 4 months old, but he's starting to get out and do some hiking as well. So you'll see him because he'll be coming along on some of our adventures as well. So I jumped on the crushed limestone trail in our area, and you can see it's well maintained. You can easily pull a wagon or push a stroller on this trail. This is pretty well used by local people, and the nice thing about this trail is it actually loops around at the river. One of the things I really like about this trail is the diverse ecosystems it goes through. This is a wetland. It has wooded areas, it has a prairie area. It's pretty nice that you can see all that in a 1 mile walk. I guess we're not going any farther on this trail. I can see that they've done some cleanup here. This was not here last time I came. But when I look up here, we had tree fall, and it's down across the trail. And I really don't want to try to attempt that. So we're going to head back and go a different way. But like I said, we had some tremendous windstorms here. And so apparently this is a result of that. This is our prairie path. Kind of gives you an idea of what this area probably looked like before humans were here. So our local forest reserve has an area that they maintain for pollinators. And so they keep this area open, and they have quite a few plants that pollinators love. And I just think that's such a great thing that they do, considering how important pollinators are for food. We just saw a deer, and now Bella is pulling toward that deer like she wants to chase it. Not sure what she thinks she's going to do with the deer when she catches it, but there she is. I just want to thank you again for joining me on my walk today. And I hope that you can find your place that really just helps you to be centered. Look at that little bitty deer track. I put my car key next to it to kind of give you an idea how small it is. That's just a little baby. Our hike's almost done. Sorry we didn't get to the river. Obviously, there's a tree across the path. We will get to that. I'm on this path often. You'll be with me many times this summer, into the fall. I even hike this in the winter. It is beautiful in any season. Thank you for joining me and Bella on our walk today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't, please like and subscribe this channel. And my next video will be a camping trip I'm doing later this week. Thank you so much for joining me.